Oh, and welcome. I don't know what's going on. There's music playing somewhere that I don't know what's coming from. Oh, it's playing through my Rumble because we set up our Rumble stream today and we have to get started. I am getting cat bombed. So let's manage this first. So can I put this in mute? Make sure we're all right, Bug. There's some for Freya Fruifers. Hello, Godless. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I was gonna get to shout you out next after the cats have had their snackies, but I had a great time. Go check out his channel. Those new overalls, super cute. I've been binge watching and loving all of the old 1980s commercials. They are fabulous. I need to tell them to go away. All right. What did I do this week? I messed up my brassiere with the I don't need this in right now. What did I do? I was trying to use the rolled hem foot, tore a hole in it, but we'll fix this. We'll make some Freya fruit brassiere in my way. At least the trim foot works. This morning I finished up these, wow, the light is really bad, pink silk combinations, so that was a good time. And I am on a mission. I am going to see if I can finish this corset hoodie because I really want to wear it. Just pull it up. Hello. This is going to be the Attack of the Cats session, I see. So first things first, I am going to, got one sleeve to do, finish. Loki, what are you, get off the keyboard. You're going to lock me out of my stream here. Why don't you go sit there, Fluff. What did he, are we still, okay, we're still live. I lost all my tags. Okay, what did you do? All right, I'm back. There's been shenanigans. I have a whole bunch of things, but thank you to everybody who followed me from Godless's live stream last week. I had so much fun to be on a live stream that wasn't my own. I think we could have talked for a gajillion more hours. And it was just a good time. Did I unthread my machine? Wow. You would think I had never run a live stream before. Holy schmolies. The shenanigans. But we, this week, are live on the YouTubes and the Rumbles, and I apologize for the backlighting because I decided that I was going to put my money where my mouth was and live stream to Rumble. But then they kind of did me dirty by saying that, what's going on here? Okay. Chillax, take a deep breath. I am the Headless Wonder. And I have a head and a sewing machine. No, it's either one or the other. So they kept saying that there was something wrong with my postal code, so I kept redoing it, and I signed up way too many times for an account, so I need them to cancel some of those because I only need one. But we are almost at the same number of YouTube subscribers as I have Rumblers. I'm totally here for the cat bombing. Yes, I appreciate it because I have no control of that. They just plop their fannies where they plop them sometimes. But yeah, so Rumble, can you make your unsubscribe feature a little bit more easy to find? And they didn't even send me a confirmation email of like, oh, thank you for signing up for a subscription so that you can live stream. It didn't happen. Though as I was trying to make sure I was live over there today, it was great to see that people took the time to like give me a thumbs down. So I appreciate that. That people actually took the time to be like, this person's, I don't like them. So that was fine. I kind of wish that I could see my dislike number on YouTube still, because I don't care but if people take the time, I would like to acknowledge, thank you for taking the time to say you don't like my content. It's a-okay. Oh, man. All right, a little Okay, it's great. I've got my seeing myself. Cats are having shenanigans, and we'll see how many batteries and cameras I can go through because I want this project to be kind of done because it's just been hanging around, and why I'm starting with the easy parts out of the most fiddly bit first beats me, but I was going to do this whole thing. So what did I need for this pattern is the Parker, the patterns are from Mood. It's the Parker corset and the Soila romper top, or the bodice section of that romper. And I just hodgepodge some things together after that. What I haven't figured out yet is a hood pattern, because this is a hoodie. Let's see here. I had the same problem with Mastodon. It was so complicated that I probably have like 2 or 3 accounts. Yeah, but this, I had to pay to do this, so I don't want to be charged for 8 accounts. I only need 1. So they need to cancel some and then refund me some money because, yeah, there was a financial transfer involved in this that I am not pleased with. They'll read it out. I tweeted at them, not that anybody pays attention, on Sundays, and they're in Florida. They're not even in the same time zone as me, but, we'll figure it out. But, yeah, so what I need for this project, the patterns, some fabric, some elastic, because I've got, where did I put my elastic? Wow, we are just... Woo, do I even live stream? The sleeves are too wide at the cuffs, so I'm gonna add some to nip it in a little bit. Oh, right, I have to figure out the hood pattern. I also need a zipper, some boning. Oh, I forgot my scissors to cut the boning. Oh, there's always something. No, I've got scissors in front of me that'll work. And... let's see here. A file to file off the boning, because what here we have, what is this, 130 some odd yards of synthetic whale boning, because I don't think it needs as much structure as my steel boning. I hope this sounds okay. Nobody's complained yet. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do here, we are going to finish stitching this down, tie the knots off, and then reinforce our seams like we did on the other pieces because I did decorative top stitch. I did all my seams on the outside. Sorry, distracted by random noises and cats. Okay. And what? There we go. Oh, why? Oh, what? Sewing machine, don't give me. What's going on here? No problems. We did that yesterday. Let's see here. Does this? Okay, so we're gonna make some little knots here. What? Yeah. Thank God, Liz. That was so much fun. And we kind of briefly did what we finished this week. Check. Why did I have YouTube irony? Oh, right. That's what that was about. So on the Twitters, Team YouTube was like, what's your favorite type of reaction videos? And that was the day after two different creators I watch, Megan Fox Writes and Joe from Good Logic, got copyright violations for doing reactions to videos. So I was like, hey, I prefer the kind that you don't have errant copyright claims on are my favorite reaction videos. I was like, oh, that is too funny. I don't even know what else to say about that because that was just ridiculous. And should we go back on to the next one? Speaking of YouTube and the Twitters, so Jeremy from the Quartering, do I even have the full story of this whole weird debacle? He posted something about that Eliza Blue character from a music video that's publicly available and monetized on the YouTubes. She then went to Twitter and said, this person is posting private content of me. And that seems terrible. All right. This is just going to be what it is, but I need okay. Chillax and be careful. So, yeah, he's on a weird way in the Twitter spheres right now because of that. And it's just odd. I don't understand it. I don't know. And it seems like she may or may not have been completely honest about her allegations of being trafficked. So we'll see how that comes out. I just saw Fair and Balance posted a great little snippet because she doesn't really talk about her organization that they use to help victims and stuff. So something is maybe a little foul in Denmark on this one. So we shall see. Stay tuned. Check out Fair and Balanced, my favorite independent newscaster who hates all the political parties but lives in DC and comments on all of the political parties. Should we segue into newscasters? What about that poor meteorologist from Boston who got beat up by a group of teenagers on a subway in New York for telling them to stop harassing an elderly individual? Okay, and he looked kind of in a bad way. So yeah, that was funny. Oh, do I have to auto scroll? Let's see here. Yeah, copyright strikes are weird. I use commercial materials all the time and nothing happens. I used to 30 seconds of a Faith No More video, and I received a copyright strike, and YouTube removed the video. Yeah, I've heard something about with copyrighted materials, like you may be able to get away with like 7 seconds is like their cutoff. But it was weird also because it's not as though they weren't just playing it, they were commenting and over the clips that they were using. So it was completely technically under the realms of DMCA and transformative content. So yeah, YouTube is just super weird that way, which is kind of why I wanted to expand my streaming platforms, because there's just always these like moving goalposts of like, this is what we say YouTube says is allowable, but then this is what actually happens in practice, because they're it's so much between stuff being automated and some of it, especially like with the community guidelines stuff, it's all appears to be independent third-party hirings of folks whose first language probably isn't English, and things like satire and comedy don't translate well if you're not a native speaker. So there's some funniness everywhere. But at least on the Rumbles, their guidelines are very clear, and there's no like one month these words are okay, the next month these other words are okay, not okay, or so. That and the 2 lawyers who helped to write up their terms of service, I'm David Freiheit or Viva Fry and Robert Barnes. I enjoy their commentary because, yeah, so I blah 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 blah. Yeah, stuff is funny. Welcome. Thank you, everybody I'm trying to be like my K-pop nobodiness. Awesome. Welcome to the Sunday Shenanigans show, where, in the words of Emily D. Baker, we are professionals. I am a professional, not a professional YouTuber or Rumbler yet, but, kids can dream. Okay. And I'm trying not to... This whole last of this project is all fiddly bits. Why I decided to talk and live stream it, I must be a glutton for punishment. But, what's a little adventure? And chaos to keep us company on Sundays, or I don't think I have any international viewers right now where it's Monday yet. But you're welcome if you do happen to be here. Everybody's welcome at the circus. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about other weirdness. What was it? AOC's trying to like ban gas stoves in New York. Like, please no. I wish I had a gas stove because I love them way better than my electric. But when your house isn't wired for gas, you get what you get. But I would much prefer a gas stove. Yeah, it was fast. Let's see here. Oh, I'm still not blocked by Christopher Boozy over on the Twitters. Not that I engage with him, but I follow a lot of people who he has blocked, and I just am not that lucky yet, which is fine, because I like skulking around that page and seeing what's up. So it looks like, I wonder if he's getting himself positioned to attempt to file a defamation lawsuit on behalf of Bot Sentinel. What? Where's my bobbin thread? We are having some problems right now. I tried to mess something up yesterday. I had some like nastiness yesterday when I was sewing, and I was like, all right, it's time to stop. It's too late. When you start having problems you can't fix, it's time to stop sewing. And this bobbin with this little nipple thing is the most challenging bobbin case ever. Okay, just slide into the hole. Okay. In the right hole. Right. There we go. The misadventures of trying to sew live. Am I a crazy person for enjoying doing this most of the time, except for when things start to go haywire? Probably. Why did you not catch? What is happening here? There we go. Okay, you looked right. Okay. Brynhild's letting me know I need to do something, but I have something is. Okay, just chillax, kid. All right, let us feed this through to. The hard part is making sure that we don't sew both sides together accidentally. That would be very bad. Oh, yeah. Is Rumble a positive space? And those bobbins drive me crazy. Rumble, I don't know. Is it positive? It's free speech positive, and I don't know. I guess that depends on what your words are, but you can still like moderate stuff. You can still like tell people to F off if they're being mean. It's just there's no like cursey word issues. It's got the same it's simple and clear cut. Don't do anything illegal, and no pornography are kind of like the big things. Other than that, it's maybe a little bit more like Wild Westy in the sense that you have more control over your station, and the platform itself doesn't like dictate what you can say or not say, or how you express yourself. And the only poopy thing was having to, if you don't have 100 followers over there, you have to pay $10 a month to be able to live stream. But previously I had it set up that after I live streamed, my broadcasts would just automatically get published over there. And the other good thing is you don't have to meet like the 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time to monetize. Like, not that every piece of content you publish has the potential to be monetized. I haven't made it, it's not paying me any money yet because I'm a nobody, but you don't have these huge goalposts to get to before you could be monetized, which I liked. Also, I think the link is in my description for the Rumbles. Check it out. Because it's a newer platform, I don't see, people do a lot of complaining and talking about whatever, but I don't see a lot of like sewing content over there right now. So we're kind of getting in on the ground floor for a new platform. So yeah, check it out. It's, to each their own. I don't know. I like it. They definitely have some like kinks that they're still working out, but fortunately they finally just last week, 2 weeks ago, have their Roku app because I spend a lot of time watching the YouTubes on my TV. So that was nice that that came along. But they are also not, they do not rely at all on Google or Amazon API platform stuff. Like all of their servers, everything, they manage everything. So there are some like delays and some like glitchy things because they don't have the whole Google YouTube backbone, but that also means they're not bound by things that big tech doesn't like sometimes. So I appreciate those. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yep. Let's see here. And the whole Logan Paul debacle with cryptos. What is something wrong? No, stuff just feels funny right now. I'm just like, chillax, kid. Just chillax. Everything's fine. You're just reinforcing seams. It's not the end of the world. But why does it feel like my feet dogs are... Like usual with this machine, it's all me problems. She does everything perfect. It's me that is like, something's wrong. It's my fault. I don't know. Okay. There we go. I must have just had something lumpy bumpy. Yeah, that bobbin case. The bobbins I love. The bobbin case. Holy schmoly's getting that fed through. I wonder how many of these machines still exist but all got converted to electrics, because people are like, why do we want a hand crank when we've got this fancy thing called electricity? But I kind of like the quietness of the hand crank. Though I need to do some left arm exercises because my right arm sure gets a workout cranking along here. But yeah, so anybody who's in the true crime shenanigans, the Rhode trial starts tomorrow. And a whole bunch of people are going to be covering it. I will probably check in on bits and pieces, but I am not going to be awake watching the YouTubes at 6:30 in the morning to watch from gavel to gavel because I need sleep. And I have that other job I have to do that prevents me from watching YouTube all day. time. So this sleeve is done. So what I'm going to do, let's see here, the sleeves are a little big, so on the other sleeve, I ran a line of gathering thread so that I can ease it in more nicely into the bodice cap, or the sleeve words. Wow, we are crushing it today. Cats, come and keep me company so that they're just sitting in front of the heater and not photobombing my stream right now. Oh, we'll maybe do that next time. What else is on my list? I think so. I have some more of my little thingies for my Irish crochet schmata, but I also have this like front bodicey piece that's got more scully print on it, so I might take a break from my pretty flowery one and make some make some bats and spiders and spider webs and do a spooky one, because I think that would be cute in the Halloween or Halloween spirit. All right, let's tie some threads up. Where's my thingy-majiggy? But I really drinky. I had in my head putting together an act to the Sam Sham and the Pharaohs Little Red Riding Hood, because why not? I've already got 2 red cloaks and a whole bunch of like red cute things, and I was looking for a, how did those end up on the same side? Kind of a dark witch house gothy trappy heavy drum remix of that song, and it does not exist. And I'm kind of sad, but also kind of not surprised, because oh my gosh, you woke up extra early to watch the Daryl Brooks trial because I had to witness his insanity live. Yes, absolutely. That was an experience for sure. Oh my God. And at least he was smart enough to get a lawyer for his appeal, but I don't know on what grounds he has for appeal. Like, you were a schmuck who made bad choices. So we'll see, because that's, yeah, fascinating. What was the other weird, brains. Did I see another sob sit thing? I don't know, but yeah, that was a dumpster fire and a half. The Daryl Brooks trial. Oh man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try to watch some of the Murdoch, because that story's just so crazy. I mean, accused of murdering his wife and his son, embezzling from his law firm, from clients, and his parts of his law firm and colleagues were in on it. But the way he took the money, or the mysterious death of the housekeeper who fell down the stairs, and her kids can't get the money from her estate because he stole it. It was just weird. So let's see here. We have one sleeve. We have 2 sleeves. We have a bodice top, and I'm standing right in front of the camera, and then the bottom. No, this is inside out and upside down. So lots of easing and gathering. Those are words to live by. Ease and gather. Okay, should we set these sleeves in next and then do the boning channels, or because I can't, there's some stuff I have to do. I may regret my life choices, but I think I say that every live stream. Is live streaming just regretful? Thank you. I have to figure out, how do I want to make the hood? I've got scraps. I guess I'm just going to piece something together and call it a hood for this hoodie, and then set in a zip. Let's see here. Welcome, Liz. Very into true crime, but it's so bad for my sleep cycle. Excited to see this corset hoodie. Thank you, and welcome. Hope you're having a good day up in the North Towns. Dolphins. Yeah, there's a YouTuber, Shannon Makes, she's also over on the Instagrams, who made a corset hoodie in December and was going to do this sew along, but I couldn't wait, and I didn't care for the patterns that she'd picked out, but that's fine because I'll make my corset hoodie the way I want to. Careful. Yay! I don't know how other people do this. I know some people like bark, but I am using the seams as my boning channels, so I am just carefully running along the edge of this metal bone to stitch it into place. But yeah, true crime and sleep cycles. It's way nicer when the trials are on the West Coast that don't interfere with sleep, but everything that's on the East Coast, it's like, I love me some Halloween. You are welcome. As I did see people had this other thing. It was like, what did they call it? I can't remember, but they were doing like spooky stuff for the month of January, and I don't know. I just wanted an excuse to make cute costumes and maybe to film some hula hooping content, because not only do my clothes need to look cute, but I also need to hoop in them. What is stuck? I am seriously regretting my life choices. Is this even catching? We are going to live by the seats of our sewing machine right now. Just carefully pray that we can slide the boning through. What is catching? What? How? Brunhild, what? Why do you hate me so? What is going on here? That's... Oh, yeah, she doesn't like it if she's not threaded all the way. That could be part of the problem. But how did you jump? Okay. Well, at least I'll be a good kid and not... Just that. Cut it off. Okay, don't cut the stuff that I can't cut yet, and let's clean up this because we don't want stuff getting gucked up in the machine. And take two. All right, let's drink some water and rethread this machine. And at some point, we'll need to change the battery until a couple days from now when my dummy battery arrives. So that I don't need to worry about my 1 hour battery life. Okay, here. Yeah. At least she's easier to thread than my serger, but she is a little bit different than a modern machine because these whites are a little bit backwards compared to most other machines. But that's fine. I will forgive her. We do try to be fancy around here. Though some days I used to... I'll get back to putting my face on before my streams and not looking like a Shlomo, but it happens. Let's see here. Is there any good... Oh, what was that question going to be? I forgot. I know. Oh, because, yeah, I don't want to talk about the Weinstein trial and that testicular gangrene. Ooh. Don't look it up, kids. Do not look it up. Save your eyes. Trust me. There's some stuff that is better left unseen. You don't need it. But, yeah, if I knew how to mix music, then I would just make my own remix of that song. But I don't. Did I? You? Okay, I'm just gonna huff and puff, and then we'll fix this in a second here. Of course I'll be able to slide the bone through. This is not four-way stretch. This is old sweatpants, so it's stretchy. I can make this work, except that I wrote off the seams here. Because... yes, sergers are the worst. Took me a few years to learn how to properly thread the machine. That's the only part I know how to do. I keep, like, the tension is off and I don't know how to fix it. I, like, look at her and I'm like, oh, we should figure this out. And then I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like it. Maybe I should bring her out of the bad girl corner and put her on the table so I have to, like, look at her. That might help. That might be helpful. Because if I don't see her, then I forget to use her. And I do sometimes like making life easy with knits. Though I have really been enjoying sewing with wovens so that your clothes either fit or they don't fit. And I am... you know what? I'm just gonna hand stitch that and fix that later. Oh, don't scratch my base. Nobody needs to know I did that by hand afterwards. Okay, so what I had been doing is carefully taking the should we see how to show this? As I knock my microphone, take the boning, set it in the seam allowance, and in. And then I magically have boning channels. Which makes it super easy, sort of. And I also know this way that the bones are going to fit because I sewed them in that way. I don't recommend doing this with the sewing it bones in this way. Do not recommend sewing boning channels this way with plastic boning because I have got the needle stuck in the plastic boning and then the boning gets stuck and you can't pull it out afterwards, which is not ideal unless you're ready for it to be stuck there. I put a few sewing machines in the bad corner. All the sewing machines do not like me at all. Yeah, sometimes they just go into the bad kid corner, which is where my baby lock lives. I need to take her apart because I do love machine embroidery of how fun it can be, but darn that machine and I. One of these days, I'll take her out again and I'll figure her out. Or figure out what's wrong because it would be way less expensive if I could do the maintenance on that machine rather than needing to take her to the shop every time I flub something up. But then can you use brother parts in the baby lock since the baby lock's parts are all proprietary? That fool on me for getting a machine with only proprietary parts and needing to take her to a licensed dealer. That was lame on my part. But you live and you learn. You live and learn. So we've just got, we're down to 3 left of these parts. 3 more boning channels. And the metal bones are great because if you knock them too many times, they will let you know that it's also time to change your needle because it will break. I did not already do that 3 times, I promise. I swear. This is not confession through projection. We should probably take a second and change my battery in a minute here, but let's get this channel sewn. And should we plan next week's project? Are we going to start our orange pumpkin ruffled to the nth degree knickers? I think we might. I think it's time. We can break out the ruffler foot, which was like, I'm not a sparkly, yes. Ruffly was not my MO, but the ruffler foot kind of caused me to reassess my feelings. We'll go with that. But okay, what else is on our talking point? Logan Paul, Attorney Tom. Oh, Crypto Zoo. Yeah, so it looks like Logan Paul's going to have quite a few arbitrations coming his way with his failed crypto stuff. I like the idea of it, but also the way everything's trying to be digital current centralized. What is it? Centralized banking, digital currency. Like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like real money sometimes, even though I may or may not mostly use plastic money, but I don't know. Haven't made up my mind yet. And right now, mostly it seems like it's an easy way to get scammed and to lose lots of money, i.e. SBF and FTX. Oops, too close to the bone. Okay, so close. All right, I am going to sew another boning channel. Oh, it must have gotten a little close. I feel the plastic sticking. Oh, no, that was just me. You can't. I'm such a bad. But the needle, and sometimes when you get a little too close to the plastic on this metal boning, it leaves some tooth marks, which is way worse in the synthetic boning. I was like, why? I have strips of metal. Why don't I just use that one instead? Because, yeah. Oh, what's on everybody's? Does anybody have any thoughts or opinions or comments on the charges for the Rust set, and with Alec Baldwin and Hannah Gutierrez Reed being charged with negligent manslaughter, and A.D. Hall's taken a plea deal? So there must be some extra dirt in that vein. And that Helena Hutchinson's husband is taking on the role of the. Is he in the. Did he made an interesting settlement agreement, because I think he's gonna like finish the videography stuff, and he's a trained lawyer and not a there's all my words. He's not in the movie industry. So that'll be something. But yeah, weirdness. Everything's weird though. Can we not live in interesting times? I would like something like plain and boring, please. I don't want things to be interesting and complicated. I would just like frolicking in the forest, and I just pinned through my finger. Okay. Finger has been freed. Good times. Alright, don't. Why did I have such high ambitions of thinking I could actually finish this whole thing? Maybe I still can. I mean, the project is getting finished, and I am just starting to ramble. Let me hide myself for a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Oops, I'm doing... That's okay. Yeah, doing laundry with my phone in my back. Well, at least in here. Why? Okay, we're back. Changing out batteries. At least your phone was in your back pocket and not in the laundry. That would be bad. And I can't wait for my dummy battery so that I don't have to keep switching out. And I'm like missing one. I misplaced a camera battery somewhere. But those are me problems that nobody needs to hear me bitching about. You want to hear about how awesome it is to sew boning channels. Boning channels are great. And I'm just obsessed with old-fashioned undergarments. And maybe this week I'll actually feel brave and finish my pink corset. I just need to sew the binding on it on the top, slip in the boning, and then sew the binding on the bottom. So we're like in the home stretch, but I'm afraid of messing it up, so I'm scared to finish. Like, what's wrong with me? You can just do it. And if I screw it up, I can make another one. It's not the end of the world. But in my brain, it's like, don't mess it up. Just ridiculous. Who needs shenanigans like that? But the plight of being an overthinker and a worrier, amongst other things. All right, 2 more to go. Tie some knots, ease some things. And we're so much closer to having a cute new corset hoodie. I'm excited to see everybody else's versions of their versions on the Instagrams or whoever makes content, but we'll see. Let's see here. I don't feel like talking about all the escorts at Davos. But it was funny that there's a huge... Sounds like if you need easy money, go to Switzerland during Davos if you do certain types of work, because you're in high demand. Ugh, weirdos. I mean the people at the WEF, not the escorts. You make your money however you make your money, kids. No shame or judgment here. Especially when I cut out these little beauties the other day. They might need some sparkling and some double-sided tape. I'm not going to tell you if anybody knows what they are and wants to take a guess, but will you probably see them live during a stream? I don't know. That might be Rumble's exclusive content. I don't know if the YouTubes would like it. But or maybe on the locals. They might deserve a paywall. All right, 2 more boning channels. 2 more. We're in the home stretch. These take forever, but they're so worth it. But they take forever. They're just fiddly. Why does tonight have to be Sunday? I don't want tomorrow to be Monday. I just want to sew all day long. And but whatever. We don't need to hear me complain about not wanting tomorrow to be Monday. Did I lose my... Nope. I stick my needle in my wax and then I'm like, can't see it, and I think I lost it again. Because I sometimes misplace my needles. Fortunately not too often in my feet, but you know. It's a risk. My grandma had this policy of no bare feet, or you had to wear slippers or shoes in the sewing room because there was probably pins on the floor. Try to be a little bit more careful for the cats. I'm anti-Monday as well. Yeah. Me too. No thanks. You can keep it, universe. Not interested. Hard pass. It doesn't help though because I'm technically on call all the time every day of the week, so. But that was my own foolish choices. I should have sewn these seams a little bit wider, but we'll just do a little hand tacking to make sure everything stays snugly tucked away where it's supposed to be. I know, I'm sorry, this is in my lap. You can't see anything. Let's see here. Liz says, I haven't followed the rest case super carefully, but I feel like the involuntary manslaughter charges were warranted from the knowledge I have of it. Just sad she lost her life. Yeah, absolutely. Monday, dumb day. Yes. Yeah, from what my understanding is, if you, there's a couple things. A, you're supposed to treat every firearm as if it's loaded, and that means like check the barrel, it doesn't take that long, and don't point it at people, seems reasonable. Also, Baldwin doesn't, as far as lack of knowledge, can't use that because his father was the coach of the rifle club, so he had rifles, multiples, in the house, and I'm sure was well informed on appropriate gun safety since he was a small human. So he kind of just effed up real big time there. I mean, I think all the COVID protocols didn't help anything. That like the armorer should have been the one like with the firearms, but yeah, it's some poor choices were made. Plus, they had issues on the set with live ammo and unintentional discharges prior to this, that there was safety issues with a whole bunch of the crew walking out the day before due to unsafe working conditions. So yeah, there were some problems. People made some poor choices over there. So we'll see, but yeah, I'm glad that at least the state DA or the county DA was like, no, we should do something about this rather than just kowtowing to, oh, it's Alec Baldwin, he's famous. Shenanigans. Oh, yeah. There's always something. There's always something to complain and kvetch about. Okay. I know I was late getting up this morning and I had a cat sitting on a pillow next to my head, and Freya Fruppers was like, human, you need to pay attention to me. Yeah, yep. Alec actually was formally charged with, was it, because prosecutor made the announcement that she was going to bring charges. It's possible. It's happening. Him and Hannah Gutierrez Reed are going to be charged. If they haven't officially been charged yet, it will be happening. And I hear these rumblings of like, oh, maybe he'll take a plea deal. But he's such a... If he would... I don't think... He doesn't strike me as a human who would take a plea deal. And if he did, he should have done it already. He didn't even turn his phone over for months and months and months. So, yeah, it is finally the longest investigation on a movie set ever. Probably not. That's not truthful. I'm just making up bullshit. But, yep, it is happening. And I hope that trial is televised because I want to see it. And it will be in New Mexico. So are they on Mountain Time or Pacific Time? It doesn't matter. Close enough to home that it's not a 6:30 start time. Okay. Living dangerously, very close to the edge of this boning channel right now. Okay. I don't, from my experience, not cooperating shows guilt. Yeah, I don't know. Possibly. But I mean, he pulled the trigger. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts on this one. Like, he did it. He did the thing. And was in charge of the as a producer in charge of monitoring stuff. So, yeah, he's negligent and culpable in a lot of different ways, I think. And what did I see that the potential the negligent homicide jail time was 18 months, but they have a 5-year mandatory add-on if a firearm was involved in New Mexico. So we'll see what happens. Yep, right. Not all celebrities get held accountable. I think celebrities and or just folks with money, because it does seem to be he who has the gold makes the rules, and it appears that the rules for me are not always the rules for thee, which is also frustrating and dumb. Yeah. Right, he should cooperate. I know A.D. Halls did, and Baldwin was like, no. And what did I see the other day? That his wife used some horrible Spanish accent. We're talking to the paparazzi with a shirt that said empath on. Like, what? Who are you? You're not even from Spain. Yep, money does talk. It's gross but true. Which I think is how, like, Danny Masterson got off, too. And one of the Baldwin brothers was there at the Masterson trial. Are they all Scientologists? Let's see, here in California, if you're rich or famous, you can do whatever you want. It's really sad. Yeah. I think it's like that in New York, too. All over the place. If you have money, you're like, yeah. And everybody else is like, gets shafted, literally. So weird. But do you think, oh man, what's his name? I hope that they find the actor from A Room with a View who's been missing out in the, what is it, Mount Baldo? In the San Gabriel Mountains, who like got lost in the woods. Hopefully he didn't get like eaten by cougars or mountain lions or coyotes. But yeah, that's with the weather being bad. That At least it sounds like if he died doing what he loved, but I don't know. The last boning channel was of this project. I am a sucker for boning channels. I could say so many weird things, but we'll just pause and knock our mic around. Okay. Let's see here, Liz. Yeah, it's like if you have enough money in certain situations, it erases your accountability and consequences. Yep. And you can just afford better lawyers, or lawyers who are like, you've got money, I will say whatever you want or need me to. But I think his lawyers were probably many times like, you need to shut up. You should probably not do that interview with George Stephanopoulos or anybody else. He just doesn't know how to he like loves to hear himself talk, which is, I guess, partly why he's an actor. I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? All right. Oh, Brunhild, do you need a kiss of oil? Oh, okay. Okay. Trying to see the little oil hole. That was good times. And not get oil on my project now. There we go. I probably need to flip you over and oil your bottom next. You got another squeaky spot. Oh, that sounds nicer. Oh, that looks. Thank you, Liz. That looks like a workout. I can't wait for it to be finished either. I was feeling ambitious, thinking I could finish it today, but we'll see. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I will keep streaming until my batteries die. How's that? The cats are going to get mad because the dinner bell is going to go off in a second here, but I'll just have to wait. It is a little bit of a workout. I don't feel it's probably more like cardio because it's just repetitive, but it's nice because she's quiet. Because I don't think when I started streaming a year ago, I would just sit and hand stitch because my other electro machines are so noisy. And then this beauty came into my life. And I sew so much more now. Did you? Oh, yeah. The Monterey Park, another mass shooting here in California. I did hear about that, yeah, last night during the Lunar New Year stuff, and it sounds like the guy was looking for his wife. Like there must have been a domestic incident that kind of sparked the whole thing. But yeah, what was it? 10 dead and another 10 injured at a dance hall. Yeah. The one thing that's frustrating a little bit is everybody's like, oh, it's the I don't. Criminals are gonna find guns, so stricter gun laws don't necessarily make things better because the bad guys are still gonna have the guns to do weird things. So how do we? I don't know. I don't know. What's the balance of that? Plus I don't know. It's tricky and sad, and everything's weird. It would be nice if there was just always one clear cut, like, this is wrong, and we can always fix it. But it seems like the more legislation we have, then it just, I don't know. Yeah, that was super unfortunate. Terrible. The shooting crimes have been consistently rising. I don't know the answer, but what we're doing now isn't working. Yeah, it's not. Plus, that teacher who got shot by the 6-year-old somewhere, and she'd been having issues with this kid for a while now. At least she's out of the hospital now, so that's good. But yeah, maybe we need to kind of go back to the old a little bit, where people are so scared of guns now, and it's like, oh, restrict, when we used to have them for hunting, or you lived out in the wilds and needed it for self-protection, where it was more normalized. Like, I'm sure there was still violence, but I don't know, maybe it's because there wasn't news and we didn't. But back into the olden times, was it really? I mean, I guess we didn't have the same high capacity magazines, but that doesn't. Yes, a 6-year-old. Like, how did you? Who left the gun where a 6-year-old could get their hands on it? Like, that. Yeah, I've got lots of questions about that one. But I don't know. Like, we went to the gun shows, learned how to shoot the air rifle and stuff, and like it did. I don't know, demystifying it rather than making it like scary. Like, people have car accidents, but we're not like, oh no, stop driving. Like, we still have cars. Nobody's like, ban all cars. We're just like, ban gas cars. Where's his freaking parents, man? Seriously, who? What were they up to that they left it where a 6-year-old could get a hold of it? Like, they're supposed to be locked, and the ammo is not supposed to be with the weapon. Like, yeah, I got lots of questions. That was weird. They're like, we don't have these, like, nobody's out with their bows and arrows, like, totally taking folks down all the time. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of everything, and like everything, there's no clear-cut, nice answers, which sucks and is frustrating, because it would just be easier. But nothing's easy and straightforward, is it? It's all shades of mud. Oh, yeah, I'm just tying off the ends here because this machine doesn't have a backstitch. I feel like so many factors lead to rising gun shootings: mental health issues, policy issues, etc. Yeah, it is. Everything is multifactorial, and nothing is one clear-cut thing, because, yeah, there is a whole bunch of unaddressed mental behavioral health things. This is why I stay at home, and so absolutely, yep, caught me guilty as charged. I'm just at home. Me, my cats, my humans not here. But just sewing and hanging out with you all. But yeah, I don't know. Guess we'll figure it out. I stay at home and write. Are you a novelist? A short storyer? Poet? Screenplays? Journals? Everything? None of it? Good times. Yep, just leave me alone. And I'll just stay at home and be creative. Poet first, awesome. I used to love writing poetry. It's been a hot minute. And then I just remember the teacher correcting me because I like putting words on a page, but punctuation and grammar is not my forte. So I always got in trouble for poor grammar. I dabble in everything. I write short stories and poetry. Well, congratulations. It's good to have creative things to keep us out of trouble. Apologize for the quietness. I'm trying to focus on tying off these knots. For a quick second here. One knot. There we go. Because, yeah, Brunhild doesn't have a back stitch, and I feel weird not having the ends managed somehow. Okay. Well, there we go. You got it. You can do it. Okay. Here we are. All right. The cats are going to get mad at me if I don't feed them. What to do? Let's real quick so this elastic channel in these sleeves. They can do this real fast. This won't take too long. Okay. Well, we're closer to having a finished project. Every stitch counts. Kind of like in the life of Brian, every stitch is sacred, but that was every sperm. Oh, Monty Python. Good times. Okay, do I have anything else on my list that was like, we must talk about this? I'm really not great at punctuation myself, but it's never affected my poetry. There's so many different forms of poetry that you can explore that have nothing to do with strict grammar laws. Perfect. I like that response. Because I grew up as a kid with whole English and grammar was not really a huge piece of that. And all that like phonetic spelling, I am a rote memory kind of speller. And then thank goodness for computers with spell check, except for the words. I always recommended haiku for beginning poetry writer who gets intimidated by poetry. That is a good place to start. You just need that 5-7-5 structure and go to town. I think that was one of my first introductions to poetry also, right? Poetry writing. So cute. And just nice. It's just good times. I think, but and then again, and I just love. I think creativity in general is just underrated, so we just need more of it. All right, folks. It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, everybody who's come to hang out with me today. I'm gonna call it a stream because the cats are gonna yell at me if I don't get them their dinner in a couple minutes here. But thank you. You are appreciated. Don't wait till tomorrow when you could be fabulous today, and try not to laugh at others unless you have laughed at yourself. And I will see you in the chat tomorrow on Godless's stream, assuming that he's streaming. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Sunday. TTFN. Bye.